100, these are the highs yesterday. 100 in Reno, 102 in Fallon, Lovelock 101, Hawthorne and Yerington 102 degrees. And we're going to do about the same today, if not a little bit hotter, a couple degrees warmer than yesterday. Beautiful sunrise, though. Look at that sun just beginning to peak above the horizon. Isn't that beautiful? So good looking sunrise. Sunset coming up at 8:35 now. And looking at our watches and advisories, we do have a heat advisory up for northwestern Nye County, but be assured all areas will definitely see the heat today. Dangerous heat out there. You got to be careful. Get out there this morning if you have any outdoor activities. Get your stuff done early in the day. Carson City, good morning. You are in the 60s right now, and you're going to be hot as well, about 98 degrees for your high. So heating up just about all areas once again today. 65 degrees here in Reno. A nice mild start. Beautiful out there through the morning hours, that's for sure. Nice and cool out there before it gets unbearable. Look at Vegas, though. 94 degrees right now. They're going to be up around 105 degrees thereabouts. Traffic looking pretty good. No accidents to report. Keep up the good work out there. Look out for the usual slowdowns and construction spots as you make your way to work this morning. 88, that's the average high. The record is 103, set back in 2013. Yesterday, we were just a degree shy of tying the record. Today, a couple degrees from the record high. So 2013 was a very hot week. We had about 5 record highs back in 2013, this same period. So hot stuff for us today. High pressure stays in control right through this week. It's going to be hot. We do have a few showers. You can see down around Arizona, a little bit of moisture working its way up. So slight chance for a few showers south of Highway 50. They will be isolated in nature, say up around Mammoth Lakes. Very slight chance today, tomorrow, and even through Friday. 101 for your high today. So take it easy. Stay cool out there. Make sure those air conditioners are working. And drink lots of water and try and beat the heat out there the best you can. So it does cool off. We'll talk about the 4th of July weekend coming up in a few minutes. We do have some cooler temperatures heading our way. So have a good Tuesday. Stay cool. Back to you.
He said hot 9 times.
So hot. Now, speaking of the heat, with all the new developments and road work around Reno, you've seen plenty of construction workers and maintenance crews out around town in the heat. And they have to be careful working those long hours in the middle of this heat wave.
We schedule our heavy labor to be done in the cooler parts of the day. And we also give our foreman the flexibility to alter the work schedule.
When temperatures exceed 85 degrees, Q&D Construction has a heat illness prevention program that goes into effect. They make sure their workers have enough water and rest periods. Road maintenance crews have similar worries when they're out working in this heat.
They're working alongside the highway on top of the asphalt and that. So you're looking at asphalt in the 100 degree, 140 degree asphalt, along with 100 degree temps, 90 to 100 degree temps. So they're right in the middle of it all day long.
Sounds unbearable. NDOT says that they also hold safety meetings once a week to discuss issues like the heat outside. Of course, you can keep track of the weather wherever you are with our free Channel 2 weather app. You can get it right there on your phone. Radar, forecast, watches, warnings, right on your phone. Customize it also to where you live. Put in your zip code. All you have to do is search KTVN in the Google Play or Apple Store. It is free.
Another fire in the news. This one was quickly knocked down outside a home in Sun Valley yesterday morning. The blaze broke out at the corner of 4th Avenue and Chocolate Drive on the west side of Sun Valley at a house just after 10 a.m. Crews contained the fire to an outbuilding and an RV. Nearby residents on the street were evacuated as a precaution. No one was hurt, and what caused this fire is under investigation.
Sparks City Council ratified a selection of a new fire chief yesterday ahead of the upcoming retirement of the current fire chief, Tom Garrison. The new guy, here he is, Chris Maples. He has worked more than 2 decades of fire and rescue services, all in Sparks. Now he is expected to start as chief in September of this year.
We have another retirement. It's a Nevada Supreme Court justice retiring this summer. Justice Nancy Saeta wrote to the governor saying she was ready to move on after 10 years on the state's highest court. Her retirement takes effect August 8th, but her 6-year term was set to expire in 2019. Sandoval said, quote, "On behalf of all Nevadans, I thank Justice Saeta for her dedicated service as a judicial officer, her passionate advocacy for juvenile justice reform and protecting those most vulnerable in our community is unmatched, and we're fortunate to continue working with her in this capacity." The Supreme Court says a replacement will be appointed to fill out the rest of her term. Well, turning to our community, the Food Bank in Northern Nevada opening up their doors today for you. You can go there, showing off their 63,000 square foot facility.
It is something to see. Pretty impressive. Kai Sisson is there this morning to give us a behind the scenes look. Good morning, Kai.
John and Andy, the Food Bank of Northern Nevada, it's just not your average food bank. They have this massive facility that help over 100,000 people every month. And they're opening up their doors to show it off. I'm here with Jocelyn Landtrip. Jocelyn, where are we now in this massive distribution center?
This is our volunteer area, and this is where people will come in and help us sort food. We have over 5,000 people come out every year and help us. We really need help in the summer.
Oh, so volunteers are needed too. So when people come out, you're like, hey, sign up to volunteer.
Yes, because we have a lot of food to sort all through the summer, but people are out, they're at the lake, they're doing other things, but give us a couple hours. It's fun in here too. It's air conditioned.
Oh, yeah.
This is where you want to be.
So what else about this facility is special?
Well, it's really amazing that we can serve 90,000 square miles. You know, it's unpredictable. We don't know what we're going to get in the way of donations, so we have to turn that around, get it out. Sometimes the food is, perishable, so we have to plan around that. So there's a lot that goes on.
Speaking of perishable food, you got that massive refrigerator. Last half hour, we went inside and boom, TV signal went out. Tell us about the refrigerator.
It's great, but if you want to see it, you're going to have to come out here.
We will not go in there this time.
The signal's no good, but it's amazing. We can really put a lot of produce in there. It's exactly what we do. We'd love to show it to you. You can still come to the tour. Just RSVP online, and we even have a little raffle.
Nice. And so that tour is today, everybody, from 8 to 10 a.m. here at the Food Bank of Northern Nevada. For some people, it's a little bit of a drive. You guys are way out here on USA Parkway. What is it, 550 Italy Drive?
Yes, it's 550 Italy Drive right off USA Parkway. It's about 15 miles east of Sparks. I don't really mind the drive anymore. I don't even notice it. It's beautiful out here. Wild horses. Come out and see us.
Yeah, come out and check out the Food Bank of Northern Nevada today, folks. John and Andy, let's send it back to you.
All right, thank you for that, Kai. They do so much good in our community. Not only here in town, they hit the rural areas. They have partnerships with Catholic Charities and everybody.
Like 140 partnerships.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seniors
they're
get
huge.
fed because, so
But I think of
impressive.
how long they've come along since, I think 1983 is when they started, before that warehouse. Little building.
Pretty awesome.
All right, coming up on Channel 2 News this morning, the British Prime Minister is meeting in Brussels today to address fallout from the Brexit decision. We have new developments on that next.
You're watching Channel 2 News this morning, Northern Nevada's #1 newscast, with John Potter, Andy Guevara, and Jeff Martinez's Pinpoint 2 forecast.
Looking around the world this morning, British Prime Minister David Cameron meets with officials in Brussels today to discuss the UK's stunning decision last week to leave the European Union.
Now, this meeting comes as the world markets deal with the fallout of the Brexit vote. Still, now the British pound sank to a 31-year low, and our Dow Jones dropped more than 260 points yesterday. In the midst of the turmoil, David Cameron said he's still quitting, and Britain would not make any decisions until his successor is chosen in a few months.
I don't take back what I said about the risks. It is going to be difficult.
Well, a petition demanding a revote on the EU question has already amassed nearly 4 million signatures, but they say not a chance.
Right.
It's still going to happen. While economists are still debating what the Brexit could mean for the global economy, there are impacts even here in northern Nevada.
All right, so one way the Brexit is impacting us locally is in the travel business.
There are some deals to be had.
Good deals. In fact, over at Deluxe Travel on California Avenue in Reno, the phone has been ringing nearly nonstop since Friday. Travelers hoping to cash in on deals across the pond.
The airfares are dropping. As you know, the exchange rate is like at a 30-year low, and there are bargains to be had.
Exchanging foreign currency is another service that they do provide there at Deluxe Travel, and they've noticed a jump in that part of the business as well. Now, with the exchange rates as they are, once you get there, your money will go a little further, maybe a lot further than it did even just a few weeks ago.
And I'm thinking, too, there'd be bargains in stocks if you want to get in on that racket because the stocks went way down. I saw JetBlue went down 5%. Why? Maybe the market was looking for an excuse to go down or something.
Don't panic just yet. Don't panic. Leave your 401ks alone. It's gonna be okay.
I got a cellar full of euros for sale. Just email me. Still to come at Channel 2 News this morning.
Love to go to England. That would be great. Good morning to you. 65 degrees out there as you head out the door. It's going to be another hot day today. Triple digits once again. But we do cool it off a little bit for the holiday weekend, 4th of July. We'll talk about that coming up next.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Now, here's meteorologist Jeff Martinez's Pinpoint 2 forecast, broadcast certified by the American Meteorological Society.
Well, hello there. Good Tuesday morning to you. 5:46 your time. Hope you've been surviving the heat. One of the best ways, head up to the mountains. Check out our weather shot of the morning. Sarah Ladera up here high atop Mount Talek, looking back toward Lake Tahoe. What a beautiful shot. I believe that's a Fallen Leaf Lake. Yep, very nice. 84 degrees yesterday for South Lake Tahoe. You'll make it up to about 87 degrees today. So warming things up today, tomorrow, upper 80s heading your way. So still a nice day. Head out to the beach and enjoy the view. The view for sure. Hot temperatures yesterday. These are the highs yesterday. 100 here in Reno. I did 102 in West Reno, 102 in Fallon, 101 in Lovelock, Hawthorne and Yerington, 102 degrees yesterday. We're going to do about the same kind of deal today, maybe even a couple degrees warmer as we heat things up. We'll go for about 101 today in Reno. We'll bump that up a couple degrees. 104 in Sacramento, 106 in Vegas. A little bit of moisture working its way into the south. Southern Nevada, generally south of Highway 50, slight chance for an isolated shower or even thunderstorm throughout today and even tomorrow as that moisture kind of bubbles up from the south. You add the hot temperatures, instability there, so we can get an isolated shower to pop off. Airport's looking good around the area. Tahoe Cam looks pretty good as well. Clear skies out there. Beautiful shot from our Carson City Cam. Temperatures in the 60s this morning. You'll make it up to about 98 degrees in Carson City today, so the heat will be on even down to the south. Beautiful shot from our HD cloud cam here at our studios. Checking out the sunrise getting underway. 65 degrees your current temperature. Very nice. Look at Vegas. 94 degrees right now down in Vegas. 58 in Eureka, and plenty of 60s. So we're doing much better than our friends down to the south for sure. Traffic's been pretty good all morning long. No accidents to report. And we'll catch up with RJ at the top of the hour here. 88, that's the average high. The record for today, it was a hot year back in 2013, hot week. 103, in fact, all of this week, the records are back in 2013. So 103 is the record. We'll do about 101 today. So coming close to that record high, but not quite. So very hot conditions continue for us today, tomorrow. And we do cool it off a little bit for the weekend, as you'll see. 101 for the high today. Heats up even noon, lunchtime, it'll be 91 degrees. So again, get out there in the early morning hours and do your thing outdoors if you have to. 102 in Hawthorne today, 88 in Austin. And again, find some air conditioning for sure. Winnemucca 100 today, 103 down in Fallon, 96 in Eureka. So plenty of 100s and 90s to go around the area. 89 for Truckee today, 88 for South Lake Tahoe, as I mentioned. Winds won't be too bad today, 5 to 15 miles an hour. Arrow Creek 100, 101 Hidden Valley, Sun Valley, Spanish Springs, Cold Springs, all right around 100 degrees. And that continues for us today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, right around 100 degrees. And we do cool it off a little bit, some mid-90s by the weekend here. Sunday into 4th of July looks pretty good, 94 degrees. And we do stay dry through the holiday weekend if you do have any outdoor plans. Stay cool out there. John and Andy, back to you.
A lot of same old air, my man. All right, campaign 2016 news. Donald Trump heads to the swing state of Pennsylvania today. He's going to deliver a major speech on trade and the economy. Meanwhile, speculation of a two-women ticket for president fueled after Hillary Clinton joined Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren in Ohio yesterday. The two took turns blasting Trump's what they call economic judgment.
He tried to turn a global economic challenge into an infomercial.
What kind of a man roots for people to lose their jobs, to lose their homes? A small, insecure money grubber who fights for no one but himself.
Did they mean to dress the same way like that? New NBC Wall Street Journal poll shows 52% of Democratic voters satisfied with Clinton as their nominee. 45% of Republican voters say they're happy with Trump. Both not so popular.
And looking around our nation now, reactions pouring in after the Supreme Court struck down Texas's abortion regulations yesterday. The court ruled 5-3 that the law unconstitutionally limits a woman's right to have the procedure and poses an undue burden to women. Now, the law required abortion providers to have admitting privileges at nearby hospitals. It also required clinics to have the same standards as outpatient surgery centers. Well, Texas Lieutenant Governor called the ruling devastating.
For the life of me, I can't imagine the women on the court or the men on the court who said, we think somehow or another if you want an abortion, you deserve less standards than if you were getting treated for a broken leg.
However, the White House praised the court's decision.
It underscores the reproductive freedom of women across the country.
Well, the Supreme Court ruling is expected to have an effect on other states that have similar standards for abortions. All right, we do have some sad news this morning. University of Tennessee basketball coach Pat Summitt, she died this morning. She's been battling early onset dementia. Summitt spent 38 years leading the women's team and was the winningest coach in Division I college basketball history.
Hannah Daniels takes a look at her life and legacy.
Pat Summitt led the University of Tennessee Lady Vols to their first national title in 1987 and would ultimately lead them to 7 more. Summitt notched more than 1,000 career victories in her lifetime, more than any other Division I basketball coach in history.
Defense has got to be there.
The legendary coach pushed women's basketball onto the national stage. Her glaring stare became her signature look. Her intense coaching and teaching style became well documented.
You've got to be competitive, you've got to be together, and you've got to want this game more than they want this game.
Auburn head coach Bruce Pearl spent 6 seasons working next to Summitt as the men's coach.
Pat was the very best at what she did. She saw things in her ladies that they didn't see in themselves.
In 2012, President Obama awarded Summitt the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The same year, she stepped down from coaching.
I love you all.
Just 1 year before, she announced her battle with early onset dementia brought on by Alzheimer's, a fierce opponent that would ultimately take her life. In a statement, Summitt's son Tyler said his mom was more than a coach, but a hero and mentor to so many. She was 64 years old. Hannah Daniels, CBS News.
So young. Great role model. I mean, an amazing coach, but a great role model, especially for young women and young female athletes.
A quick progression of a horrid disease,
Oh, gosh.
Alzheimer's, worst way to go. And we lost NFL coach Buddy Ryan this morning also. Philadelphia Eagles, Bills. We're losing our legends at a pretty rapid rate this year.
Tough year.
Muhammad Ali. All right, coming up next on Channel 2 News this morning.
I'm Garrett Dearborn, and here's what's coming up in your morning of sports. We are talking Barracuda Championship. Yeah, a spot in this year's British Open will be on the line during tournament week. I'll explain coming up next in sports.
Thanks for watching Channel 2 News. The live Now, here's Sports Director Garrett Dearborn with Channel 2 Sports.
Well, with the Greenbrier Classic canceled due to all that flooding in West Virginia, the Barracuda Championship has picked up that open qualifying series spot for this year. That's pretty cool. What it means is one player who finishes in the top 5, including Tice, who's not already exempt for the British Open, will take one of the 44 series spots. In the event of a tie, the higher world-ranked player will go. The Open Championship runs July 14th to the 17th at Royal Troon in Scotland. But of course, it's Barracuda Week here in Northern Nevada, and here's the schedule of events with, you see practice rounds today, then Pro-Am, and of course, first round gets going on Thursday. Talk a little baseball, where the Reno Aces were looking to start up a win streak last night with Padres affiliate El Paso, and former Pac star Braden Shipley got roughed up. The D-backs' top prospect gave up 8 runs on 12 hits and struck out 4 in 4 innings of work. The Aces fall 13-3. They'll wrap up the homestand this afternoon at 1 at a KTVN 2 for $22 Tuesday. How about Bay Area Bridge Series with the A's and the Giants house last night? Top of 2, 1-zip A's, and it's Marcus Semien taking Jeff Samardzija deep. Samardzija gave up 6 runs on 8 hits, and the A's go on to get the win in this one, 8-3. That about wraps up your morning of sports. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching Channel 2 News.